Poultry Genius Africa, Omami Poultry Farm. This is another update. Today I want us to talk about healthy birds and some diseases, general diseases, how to detect if your bird is healthy, and what to do. Now, number one, we need to actually define what a healthy bird is. A healthy bird is a bird that is all the body organs, all the parts of the system are functioning normally. The bird is happy to, you'll see it moving around very easily. And any disease is any form of a deviation in the state of the body of the bird. So you notice that diseases and parasites are going to reduce the productivity and reduce the profits. So what you are saying is that when you have diseases and parasites in the farm, they're going to actually reduce your profits. You're going to use a lot of money in treatment, calling the vet guy, coming around to treat your birds, buying antibiotics, etc. So to ensure that your birds are healthy, number one, you must ensure that you are feeding it well. So ensure that you are feeding your poultry birds with quality feeds according to the recommended food, so that they don't fall sick. Number two, ensure that there is always adequate water in and around the farm. If there is any stagnant water that is stagnant water that the birds can drink, it might cause diseases. So ensure always, even if the birds are free ranging, if there is any stagnant water, make sure that you pour it out so that the birds do not drink and get diseases. And also protect your poultry from diseases, especially the viral diseases, by vaccinating your flock. Ensure your flock is vaccinated. Ensure that you have done Newcastle with IB. Ensure that you have done Gumboro, and ensure you have done fowlpox. Now, if you are doing a free range where you I always call it tukutane jioni kind of poultry, where you leave your birds in the morning, then unakutana nazo jioni. Ensure you vaccinate your birds, and even as you're vaccinating, ensure that you vaccinate your neighbor's flock, because kutakuwa na njogo yako imeona huko, it has seen some hens the other side, it will run there and therefore pick diseases from there to bring in your farm. So if you're doing free range, please consider, as you are vaccinating your birds against the big three, that is Newcastle with IB. IB is infectious bronchitis. Always ask for Newcastle with IB because it's 2 in 1. And again, vaccinate against Gumboro, and also vaccinate against fowlpox, the big three. Those are the diseases that will take down your flock, viral diseases. So ensure you have done that vaccination, and even as you're vaccinating, ensure you use the right water. Ensure that you are not using chlorinated water, especially for Gumboro and Newcastle. Ensure you use distilled water, and if you don't have distilled water, please you can use rainwater, because rainwater is free from tapped water. Tapped water has got chlorine, and if you use chlorine for your vaccine, it's going to kill your vaccine. So you think that you have vaccinated your flock, but the chlorine has already killed the vaccine. So please consider that. Then why should you have healthy birds? Now, healthy birds are very important in your farm. Number one, they will grow very fast and reach maturity. So when you feed them well, they'll grow fast and reach maturity fast. If they are laying, they'll start laying early. For example, a good hen that is being fed very well, by 18 weeks, it must start laying. A good cock, by around 3 months, 4 months, it has already reached the market weight. So it will grow well, fast enough to reach the maturity very fast. And also healthy birds have got a longer economic and productive life. So you'll have them for a longer time, and the production life will actually be, the economic and productive life of those healthy birds will be good for a longer time. Also, just to maintain high productivity, remember you don't want to have flocks in your farm where you are feeding them but they're not giving you the right productivity. So healthy birds will give you very good productivity. Healthy birds will give you a very high market value. Like I consider myself, I do very healthy birds. Ensure you also do, so that when a person comes to buy your chicks, a person comes to buy your cocks, a person comes to buy your hens, you can negotiate because you are having uh, your 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 birds are very healthy, and therefore they command high market value. You don't have to go plead with the customer. The customer will just see value and he will buy. I have seen in scenarios where people come in the farm to buy maybe cocks for a particular function. I give them the price because me, I do 400 per kg. My cock is 4 kg, give me 1,600. My cock is 3 kg, you have to give me 1,200. My cock is 2.5 kgs, that is 1,000 shillings. So if he goes outside there, he finds these other um, uh, hens or cocks that have got lower weight, their health is compromised, the customer will come back for quality. So ensure that is done. Healthy birds will also not spread diseases. So you have a healthy bird, then it will be good. You will not have problems with diseases. And also healthy birds are very economical. You'll spend less on treatment. You won't call the vet there to actually do a lot of treatment and stuff like that. Now, another question that I want to pose to you: how do I identify that this is a healthy bird? Number one, you look at the physical appearance. Now, in physical appearance, you look at the behavior. Does it produce the normal sound? Is it gentle? So ensure that you are very keen on the physical appearance. It should not produce a very weird sound like a hen. It just should produce normal sounds. When it starts to, this is having issues, is not healthy. Look at the general appearance of the bird. Is it walking? Is it alert? When you try to chase it away, is it running? That's a healthy bird. But if responsive to touch, when you touch it, it's supposed to react. But when you touch it and it's very dull, then know that this bird is not well, it is sick. So you identify, try as much as possible to identify very early, quarantine, so that you separate it, give it separate food, separate water away from the rest. If you mix the sick birds and the healthy birds, the disease is going to spread and you'll have a lot of losses. So ensure you quarantine, ensure the feeder and the drinker, when you wash them separately, you sanitize them separately from the rest. You don't mix. You'll notice a sick bird will actually be it will be dull, it will be limping and straining, but also ensure if you mix very older birds with chicks, you notice that the chicks will be in the corner because of pecking. So they'll be beaten by this other, they'll be pecked on until they are now crowded in a corner. So ensure that when you mix your flock, ensure that they are almost of the same age, or if not of the same age, ensure that there's a bigger room, so that you put a feeder here, another feeder there, so that when these other ones are chased from this other side, they go this other side to feed, or else this younger flock will not be able to feed. They'll be pecked upon, and it will bring some losses. Sometimes even the older birds will kill the chicks, which is basically not a good thing. It will be a loss to you. Now, a sick bird will actually will have it will be drooping, the wings will be drooping. Huwa tunasema utaona imevaa koti kabisa, imevaa koti. So if you see that, ensure you separate as early as possible so that the disease does not spread to the others. Or else if you leave it there in poultry, the disease will actually spread, and especially it will spread through feeds, it will spread through the water. As this one is drinking water, the disease will be passed on to the other bird. And that is where you'll find that leo umeokota 10 birds are dead, 5 birds are dead, because the disease is all over now. So you need to identify, quarantine, and separate. Now, another thing that you must look at is the physiological body functions. Here we are talking about the appetite and feeding. A sick bird won't be able to feed. A healthy bird will be feeding. You put there some feeds, some water, you see it feeding, drinking water. So if you see that you have put there some food and a bird is not feeding, then you know that that is a sick one. So a healthy bird will have a very good appetite. So ensure you are very keen on that, so that, remember, for you to be able to do poultry farming well, you need to reduce your risk to as low as possible. So the earlier you detect any problem, the better. Now, another thing that you look at is defecation. You look at the droppings. A healthy bird will have normal droppings. Now, these normal droppings, if you notice the droppings are maybe watery, the droppings have blood in it, the droppings have got larvae in it, things that look like worms, then you know that this bird is sick. So ensure that you are very keen also on the defecation. Always constantly observe the droppings and ensure is it over normal, the normal droppings for your poultry. Also ensure the respiratory rate. When some birds are sick, you'll notice that it will strain in breathing in and out. So a very healthy bird will be able to breathe in and out with a lot of ease. But of course, don't confuse that with high temperature. So if there is high temperature in the where they are or in the environment, you'll notice that most of the birds will open their mouths like that. So when you see that, know that the temperature is very high and it's trying to cool off. So don't confuse that with the respiratory rate. And also look at the morphological conditions of the bird. Morphological here, I'm talking about the feathers, I'm talking about the skin. Look under the skin, look around the wattles here. Do you have parasites? Do you have some wounds here and there? Then you must be very keen so that you identify very fast and you're able to separate it. Otherwise, I just wanted to introduce how to look at healthy birds vis-a-vis sick birds. It is another one from the Poultry Genius Africa, Omwami Poultry Farm. If you're new here, consider subscribing, because we'll give you very, very good content in poultry. So consider subscribing. We are at 70 subscribers. Please consider subscribing so that we grow together. I believe we are going to grow with your support. Like the video, share the video. Once you see the video, you can share through WhatsApp, through Facebook, so that people are able to look at it. Maybe another thing, you can also find me on Facebook. My details are Felix Mukoya Shiundu. Search on Facebook, Felix Mukoya Shiundu. Physics teacher, YouTuber, poultry enthusiast. You'll find me there. You'll find my wall is full of poultry stuff. On Instagram also, Shiundu Felix. When you search Shiundu Felix, you'll find me there. I'm in Kenya. I'm a teacher in Kenya, physics teacher, but with a lot of passion in poultry. You can find me on WhatsApp. plus 254 723 823 770. I'll take that again. Plus 254 723 823 770. I also have another number, the Airtel number. That one you just call. Plus 254 732 269 474. Plus 254 732 269 474. Otherwise, I'd like to thank each and everyone for your continual support. Please, if there's any question, any comment about today's topic, please go to the comment section and leave your comment there. Go to my Facebook page, engage me. Go to my Instagram, engage me. Any question, which topic that you want me to tackle. So this is the first part of looking at the health of the birds, identifying between a healthy bird and a sick bird. Otherwise, see you in the next one. I'm out.